Well, good day, viewers, and here we are at Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And with firewood, you have to have one of them, sadly. Anyway, I don't mind using them, but I don't like working on them. Anyway, I'm going to do a little service, I guess. So I'm going to sharpen the chain. I'm going to maybe clean the air filter. And I'll take the cover off the other side where the gear drive is and maybe give that a cleaning out, and maybe take off the recoil here on this side and give it a blast with the air too. That's about as much service as I want to do to it. I might look at the plug, but I kind of doubt it. Anyway, from what I can remember, it was working all right at the last of last year. And I did have trouble with it last year. It was going along great, and then all of a sudden it just kind of wouldn't run. And of course, I don't know much about them, but I guess I do. It's just that I don't want to know much about them. Anyway, I watch a channel called My Greasy Shop Rag, and the fellow's name is Scott, and he is in Wisconsin. He works at a rental place, I believe it is, where they rent and sell equipment, and chainsaws is part of that business. So that's what he does basically all the time, is works on chainsaws and other two-cycle equipment. So I seen on one of his videos one time that he took the gas cap off, fished out the gas filter, and then he took the gas filter off, and then he put a vacuum test on the gas line. And he said that would check the line for any holes or leaks, and check the carburetor if it's got any problems for the same thing, and all that kind of baloney. So I thought, well, this wasn't running, so I thought, well, I'll try that. But instead of using vacuum, I'll just blow into the hose and see if I can see or figure anything. So I did that. I blew into the hose, and sure enough, it wouldn't hold any pressure. It was just blowing right through. So I said, aha! And once I took it apart and got the line out of it, sure enough, there was a hole in the gas line. So I went to a place and got a new gas line and a new filter. And it was I didn't know how I was ever going to get that gas line started back into the tank. Holy cats. Or how I was, if I did get it started in there, how I was going to get a hold of it to pull it through. Just lucky I found a pair of those pliers that fit in long enough and just caught the end of the new hose, and I got it pulled through. So it's quite a goings on to do that. But I guess if you're doing that all the time, it's not a big deal. But I don't do it all the time, so. Anyway, I got it all back together. Sure enough, it worked great after that. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to just do a little maintenance work to it, not necessarily service work. And we'll hope it runs. Now I'm going to set this up here somewhere, and I'm going to see if it'll start. So a little story behind this saw. I bought this saw, I don't know, I'm going to guess anywhere from 6, maybe 7 to 10 years ago from a fella. He was about 80 years old at the time, and what he did for a hobby, him and another guy were cutting wood, and they split the wood, and they had a conveyor, and they put the wood up into a Chevy dump truck, one of the old Chevy dump trucks, single axle with a 366 big block in it. And the way he'd go and sell wood to people. He did that for years, I guess. So he was all done doing this wood thing, so he was selling off some of his stuff, so I bought that saw from him. And he's well into his 90s now, and I still see him out and around going into the grocery store, so I have a little chat with him every now and again. So anyway, that's where this saw came from. And now this saw sat in the back of my truck since last August, until about a month ago when I took it into the garage. So I'm going to see if it's going to start. It has the same gas in it that it had in it in August of last year. Now I know what you're thinking. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not good for them. Yeah, I know. And of course, I never think to clean them out. So anyway, we're going to get you set up here somewhere, and I'm going to see if I can start it. My back is a little bit off today because I was out doing some trenching in my driveway trying to get water to run away. So I might have hurt my back a little tiny bit. So now I don't know where I'm going to put you here to see this, so that's the other thing. And if I get it going, I'll only have it run for a few seconds just to see for sure if it runs. All right, we're going to give it a little prime and see if that works. And then we're going to give it a start. Yep, primer works. This thing has a decompression valve on it. You can pull it or close it. I don't know which one is which, so I've never used it. So over here. Well, it's out there now, in there, so I don't know which way is which anyway. It's one's compression and one is not. I guess probably out is probably compression, I guess, and push it in and that's not. Anyway, I don't know. I never used it, so. Okay, so we got the gas, now pull the choke on. Let's see what happens here. That old fuel is no problem firing up. I expected it to fire up. I didn't have any doubt in my mind that it would not. But, you know, you hear people saying that the fuel, you can't leave fuel any longer than 30 days and it goes bad. Well, I kind of have to differ on that a bit, I guess, but I guess they know what they're doing or saying. But, you know, that fuel's been in there since last August. And I haven't done anything to it, just what you've seen me do there. Anyway, so we're going to do our little bit of a service. I think I'm going to kind of stop you here and then I'll... All right, so I took the rakers down a little bit. Now I'm going to do the teeth here. This saw is 53cc. It's a G5300 Red Max saw. So I guess that's what it means, 53cc. So now we're going to give this a little mark here with something first. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So we know where to start at. So we'll start out here, I suppose. Chain is good and tight, so I don't have to worry about it flopping a bit. So now get this here. And there we are, we're back to the first one. So that didn't take too long. Oh yeah, they're sharp. So I'm going to turn it around and I'll do the other side, but I won't bother showing you that because you know what's what here. So I'll get back to you if I have any more. All right, so we got the top off it here. We got the chain all done. So let's have a look at the air filter. A little bit of stuff in it. All right, so then we're going to take the air gun and just kind of give that a little blow around in there. And just give this a little blow out here. I really don't see much in here, so that's a good thing, I guess. So. There. Here now. It kind of looks like the freezing rain is starting. I had a warning for freezing rain today, and yeah, winter's not over yet. Now I'm going to take this recoil off so I can blow air through here. These are great tool, these things. Holy cats, what I only got this a couple of years ago. My son got it for me. There now, look at that. All right, so looking in here is not too bad either. A little bit of stuff there. So we'll blow all that out. That'll be fine. That wouldn't hurt nothing anyway. So, and I was looking through the cylinder head and in through here, and I don't see anything in there. But we give that a little blast too while we're at it. And like I say, I don't know how it. If somebody knows how this takes air in, blows it across over to the centrifugal clutch to cool it off, or does it do that? That's what I don't know. I know it does that on those pool end saws. That is for sure. So you would kind of think that the brake or the centrifugal clutch would have some kind of a cooling thing on it, you would think. Anyway. I'll give this a little blast here. shut this off there for a second. And there now, so she's all done. So that's going to conclude the little bit of knowledge that I know how to maintain a chainsaw. So read your manual and do it the way the manual says. Don't do anything that I do. Anyway, everybody has their methods, I guess. So anyway, there we go. I think that's going to work fine, and she'll chew into the wood pretty good. Wood cutting could start in another month, maybe, depending on the weather. I'm not a cold weather person, so I'll be staying in here where it's warm. Okay, well, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.